For decades, one book has been the Bible for millions of people trying to build wealth: Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Its promise: escape the rat race and get financially free by thinking like the rich. It's a message that inspired a whole generation of entrepreneurs and investors. The book teaches that your house is a liability. You should use that to buy assets, and a traditional 9-to-5 is for losers. Millions of people swear by this. But what if I told you that in 2026, following this advice is one of the fastest ways to go broke? What if the book that promised you financial freedom is now the biggest thing standing in your way? The Rich Dad mindset, with its outdated real estate ideas, its crazy high-risk gambling, and its toxic shame-filled messaging, has become a trap. And today I'm going to show you exactly how it's keeping you from building real wealth and what you should be doing instead. The absolute cornerstone of the Rich Dad philosophy is real estate. Kiyosaki preaches that you should buy properties that generate cash flow. And for years, that was a powerful message. He and his followers championed strategies like the B4R method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, to build a property empire. But let's be honest, this isn't 1997 anymore. In 2026, that advice isn't just outdated, it's dangerous. First of all, the market has completely changed. The era of super cheap money is over. And while some experts think mortgage rates might ease up a bit in 2026, they're still high enough to make finding a cash-flowing property incredibly hard. For the beginner, the idea that you can just find some cheap property, borrow a ton of money to fix it up, and have it magically start printing cash is a fantasy. We're in a market where affordability is a huge issue and competition is brutal. In fact, major 2026 forecasts show that even with more home sales, price growth is expected to be minimal, maybe around 2 to 3%. That tiny margin leaves zero room for mistakes. Kiyosaki's advice has no real actionable steps for managing risk. He says to serve tenants well. But what about when the market dips, insurance costs explode, and tenants stop paying rent? Any of those can turn your asset into a money pit overnight. His strategy basically assumes rents only go up and great tenants are easy to find. But with a slowing economy, that's a massive gamble. In some areas, single-family rent growth has already dropped to 15 years low. Following this oversimplified advice, people are buying properties with negative cash flow, just praying for appreciation that might never happen. They aren't investors, they're speculators trapped in a cycle of debt and hope. The reality of real estate in 2026 is that it demands deep market knowledge, a lot of capital, and a rock-solid plan for when things go wrong. Details that are conveniently missing from the Rich Dad story. The second pillar of the Rich Dad mindset is the worship of debt. Kiyosaki is famous for saying there is a good dad and a bad dad. In his world, good debt is money you borrow to buy assets that make you richer. But this dangerously downplays the massive risks of leverage. It sells debt as a magic wand for creating wealth, but in reality, it's a double-edged sword that magnifies your gains and your losses. In the shaky economy of 2026, taking on huge amount of debt to speculate on assets is just asking for trouble. It doesn't matter if it's real estate, crypto, or precious metals. High leverage means you can't afford to be wrong. A tiny market dip can trigger a margin call and wipe you out. We are talking losing everything fast. Kiyosaki's cheerleading for debt encourages a gambler's mentality, pushing people to take risks they don't truly understand. He pushes his followers towards speculative assets like gold, silver, and Bitcoin, often using fear-mongering about a total economic collapse. For instance, he has been boldly predicting that silver will hit $200 an ounce in 2026. It's a prediction far outside the mainstream, and while he admits he could be wrong, this isn't sound financial advice, it's hype-driven marketing. His track record on market crash prediction is notoriously inconsistent, with many of his dramatic forecasts failing to happen. So, what are his followers left with? A portfolio built on a mountain of debt and a handful of volatile assets. When the market turns, and it always does, these are the people who get wiped out First, financial freedom isn't about how much money you can borrow. It's about building a solid financial foundation that can survive a shock. The good dad mantra is a dangerous oversimplification that has led way too many people to financial ruin. Maybe the most destructive part of the rich dad philosophy is what it does to you psychologically. The whole story is built on a foundation of shame. On one side, we have the poor dad, a smart, hard-working guy who is painted as fool for wanting a stable job and saving his money. On the other, you have the rich dad, a supposed street-smart genius who sees having a job as a trap for idiots. This creates a toxic mindset. If you have a 9 to 5, you're a loser in the rat race. And if you save your money, you're an idiot because
savers are losers.
And if you're afraid of taking on a mountain of debt, it's because you have a poor person's mindset. This message is incredibly damaging because it blames you for your financial situation while totally ignoring real-world challenges like stagnant wages, the rising cost of living, and economic inequality. For every one person who says this mindset changed their life, well, there are countless others left feeling like total failures. They try to follow the advice, take on some crazy risk that blows up in their face, and are left with nothing but debt and a crushing sense of shame. Why? Because the book told them their failure was their fault, a problem with their mindset, not the flawed advice they were given. This get-rich-quick pressure can lead to serious mental distress like anxiety, depression, and that constant feeling of being left behind. The need to get rich overnight leads to impulsive decisions and a focus on short-term gambles, which is the exact opposite of how you build sustainable wealth. Real financial empowerment doesn't come from shaming people for their choices. It comes from balanced, realistic, and compassionate guidance. And now, let's talk about the man himself. The entire rich dad, poor dad empire is built on a story, the tale of Robert Kiyosaki's two dads. But here's the thing, for years Kiyosaki kept the identity of rich dad a secret, leading many to suspect he was just a fictional character made up for marketing. He eventually confirmed that a rich dad was inspired by a real person, a Hawaiian hotel developer named Richard Kimme. But that initial secrecy was a huge red flag. Kiyosaki's business model has also been heavily criticized for looking a lot like multi-level marketing. People get hooked by the book and then they're funneled into expensive seminars, coaching programs, and even board games, all promising to unlock the secrets of the rich.
You're currently $600 million in debt.
$1.2 billion.
This seminar was free, but speakers spend most of their time trying to convince us to attend another seminar.
I think it cost us about $15,000.
$995 for 3 days of training.
You could say something to Robert Kiyosaki. What would you say?
Can I have my 500 bucks back?
It's a classic upsell machine that gets rich of the very people it claims to be helping. And then there are his wild, often contradictory predictions. 1 month he's forecasting the biggest stretch of history, and the next he's saying it's the greatest financial opportunity of your lifetime. He has even admitted to making huge mistakes like selling Bitcoin and gold too early, yet he still pushes these assets with absolute conviction. This isn't the behavior of a trusted financial expert. It's the behavior of a marketer who profits from fear and hype. And when you add up the questionable story, the MLM-style business, and the wild predictions, the credibility of the whole rich dad philosophy starts to fall apart. So, if the rich dad mindset is broken, what's the alternative in 2026? It's not about finding another guru or some new get-rich-quick scheme. It's about building a financial plan that is robust, resilient, and actually realistic. First, let's stop demonizing jobs. For most people, a high-income career is the single most powerful wealth-building tool they have. Focus on developing valuable skills that companies will pay top dollar for. Instead of trying to escape the rat race, focus on winning it by becoming so good at what you do that you can command a high salary and save aggressively. Second, embrace modern, simple, and accessible investing. You don't need to be a real estate mogul or a stock-picking genius. For the vast majority of people, the most reliable path to wealth is consistently investing in low-cost, diversified index funds. These funds give you a small piece of the entire market and have a long history of beating inflation. without the headache of tenants or the risk of speculative bets. And yes, that includes using tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a 401k, which Kiyosaki loves to dismiss. Third, let's have a sane conversation about debt and owning a home. Debt is not a magic tool, it's a risk. Use it carefully and strategically, if at all. Owning the home you live in can be a wonderful part of a stable financial life. It provides shelter and a form of forced savings. It doesn't have to be a cash-flowing machine to have value. The goal isn't to become a leveraged landlord, it's to build equity and reduce your financial obligations over time. The rich dad philosophy sold a dream that for most people in 2026 has become a nightmare. Its oversimplified real estate advice is a trap in today's market. Its promotion of high leverage debt is a gambler's game, and its shame-based messaging is psychologically toxic. Real financial freedom isn't about chasing risky deals or looking down on people with a steady paycheck. It's about building a strong financial foundation with valuable skills, consistent investing, and smart, deliberate choices. It's about owning your time, not just owning assets. It's time to close the book of the rich dad mindset and start writing your own, more realistic and ultimately more successful financial story. What's your experience have been with the rich dad philosophy? Did it help you or did it hurt? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're ready to move past the hype and get honest, actionable financial advice for the world we actually live in, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in this video right here.